welcome to the first Real Reels podcast. Lance Madewell here, and I'm joined by two of my good friends who are also movie nerds like myself. We got Ray Brown here. What's up, dude?
How's it going?
And we got, known this guy for so long. My best friend, Matt DeWinkle.
You were stalling because you forgot my name.
No, I did not.
That shows how
I
long
actually
you
wanted
know
to
me.
point out the years that we've known each other, but I'm just like, you know what? It's coming up on 25, so it's 20 plus years.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're getting old, Ray. You're
Okay.
so lucky that you're
I'm
younger
only
than us.
turning 25 this year.
Wow, check this guy
I
out.
know.
I mean, we're fucking I'm 30 and he's almost 30, so whatever. 30 for 30, ESPN. All right. Anyway, guys, so pretty much what this podcast is that we talk about movies. We're all movie buffs and movie nerds. We talk about various things, news, box office, various things, various topics, and we actually have for topics today. We have
It's better than talking about other things in the world,
Oh yeah, that is correct.
like politics and crap.
Yes,
Yeah, so-
it's good to focus on this stuff. There are actually, do believe the film scene. There are a lot of jaded fans, and a lot of things are a lot different nowadays. But it's still a lot better than all the negative stuff. So pretty much what we got here for the topics today is opinions on recently seen movies, and we also have we're going to talk about everyone's got guy flicks and chick flicks, and we're going to talk about those because Tuesday, of course, was Valentine's Day. But first off, we're going to talk about some, news. I'll talk about it, and then you guys tell me what your thoughts on these things are. And first up, we're going to talk about Lion King. Now, as everybody knows, everybody knows that Disney's been doing this big thing of taking their old animated films and turning them into live action films, which is always something I thought about when I was a kid.
But are they going to be doing that like the play? Like, how are they going to do the Lion King live action?
Yeah, well, they
Like,
incorporate it.
I mean,
Yeah.
the more
that'd be
aspects of Macbeth. No, it was Hamlet.
It's
Yeah,
Hamlet.
Hamlet was more Lion King.
No, like the Broadway Lion King
Yeah.
show.
I don't know.
Otherwise,
I
is it just Hamlet?
live action?
I mean, I don't even think what they ended up doing with that because I know that
did you see the Broadway show?
yeah.
I've
Like
actually
the
never seen it. I've seen
puppetry
Beauty
and
and Beast,
everything?
the Broadway show,
Well,
But-
Beauty and the Beast of the Broadway show is pretty much just the movie.
but with
But
some
this
added
one's got all the
sequence.
puppetry.
It's
and
crazy
everything. So are they
big.
doing that?
No,
or
they're
just
using-
Hamlet with Simba.
They're doing like CGI lions and stuff like that. It's pretty much how Jon Favreau did Jungle Book last year.
Yeah, but they're still Mowgli.
That is true. I just think
Everyone's animals.
maybe everyone's just going to be
Lion
animals.
King.
But like I said, Lion King, they revealed casting. They cast James Earl Jones to reprise his role as Mufasa, which I think is a
Sick.
great idea because you really can't get anybody.
There's like 4 roles I need back in Lion King. I think you can guess which 4 these roles have to be. Everyone else, I don't care. but
Yeah,
there's-
exactly.
There's 4.
It's like you can't have
2
anybody.
lions, a meerkat, and a little piggy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I-
want
that's
Whoopi
all I
Goldberg
need.
back.
Oh, like
Oh, yeah,
Whoopi
yeah.
Goldberg. Yeah, she had such a small role, but it was so
the best stuff.
awesome. Yeah, I need Whoopi Goldberg back.
Yeah,
And her role needs to be a little bit bigger.
yeah.
Can they
possibly.
do that? Can they add to it and still? I mean, like the Lion. I always think that the Lion King is like longer than it is, and it's not.
Yeah, it's really
No.
not. It's pretty much the standard length. Like Disney movies nowadays are a lot longer than they used to be. Like everything was at least an hour and a half or under. Now they always add the shorts in before the films.
So they pad it out.
I remember when the Lion King came back to theaters. I went to go see it, and I was watching like this is not what I remember like
I
watching it
watched
in
it.
theaters.
It happened. It came back out like a couple months after my father passed away, and I just was not ready.
Yeah, I think that's when
God,
they re-released it in 3D for like the 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
What is it?
something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
It's just like 5 years ago or something, right?
Yeah, it was exactly 5 years ago.
And so the other news is that they cast Donald Glover as Simba, which those of you that are
Yeah.
Donald Glover fans, you know that's pretty cool. The guy's funny.
He's a
I mean,
Andy's
popular
playing
character.
Lando.
Huh?
Andy's playing Lando.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
another thing.
Yep.
Oh my
Disney
God.
kind of got the 1-2 punch on that. They got him to play young Lando, and it's just like, I'm honestly just waiting and be like, I'm gonna wait to see Lion King, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, when does he start rapping songs? Like, you know, he's gonna end up singing "I Just Can't Wait to Be King" like he's fucking Childish Gambino,
That'll
you know.
be
And it's just like, I mean,
Oh.
yeah, like I know that he does have the qualities.
That'll make the video game a lot better. Maybe a lot easier. I don't know. Maybe harder. Probably harder, actually.
You always remember in the beginning of the original video game, like right before the game starts, when you press start game, you just see Timon doing the "it starts" thing,
Yeah.
like, and then like one of my favorite things was I always hated using my roar to like turn the porcupines upside down, so I would just do the little roll to like roll them over, and I don't know, that was actually always one of my favorite Disney games. It always seemed to be more the Genesis ports rather than the Super Nintendo. Then again, I do admit that there are Super Nintendo games that are better, but
That was
in
the
this
most
case, it
stressful
seemed
game
like
of the Disney
the
games.
Disney ones were always the best on Genesis. Like Aladdin was great on
Yeah.
Genesis, and I'm trying to think of other ones. I always remember. I mean, I never played Pocahontas. My sister did, but
I never played that one.
It
I
was-
played The Little Mermaid.
yeah, I did too
I
for
like that
Genesis.
way,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they had a port for a regular Nintendo that was cool too, and that was way back when I had an original Nintendo. Of course, all this shit happened before you were born.
I didn't say anything about it.
I don't mean to be a dick, but yeah. I mean, you missed out on the NES, but you were like just becoming like a kid, like on fucking PlayStation and N64.
I remember
came out.
getting NASCAR '99 and like the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, that, I played too much.
So that's definitely something that I mean, you guys are both cool with, right? I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah.
keeping James Earl Jones and not only that, but
It's
My
giving
just
only
something
thing is
different.
wondering how they're gonna do it live action. That's
What they'll do is they'll do the CGI and then they'll do the live action backgrounds like they did for Dinosaur when they released that.
Okay, yeah.
What were you gonna
Oh,
say,
okay.
Matt?
It's just the two actors who are
So far,
announced so far.
from what
Okay.
I've read, and they just got announced the other day.
Yes, really recently.
Also, in kind of sadder news, last week Warner Brothers had announced that they had found a new director for the solo Batman film after Justice League, after Ben Affleck decided to step down as director and focus more on acting. And
I had heard he wanted to scrap it all together.
no, he wanted to make sure the script was good because here's his problem. I think Ben Affleck's problem is that he keeps thinking that people didn't like how he did Batman, and that is not why. I liked Dawn of Justice. I can understand why people didn't like Dawn of Justice. I know
hated
you
it.
didn't
Hated
like
it.
it, but the fact that people would try to say that Ben Affleck was a bad Batman is
He
ridiculous.
was okay.
I
The
enjoyed
movie
him.
as a whole was just horrible.
I enjoyed him because here's the thing. I feel that his Batman voice was not forced, as
Because
opposed
he
to
had that
you know
vocoder on
he
all
was
the
able
time.
to well that's a lot better than Christian Bale just like yeah exactly, you know what I mean, it feels more like better that way. And also Ben Affleck didn't have his regular voice wasn't like his regular voice like in real life. He brought the volume of his voice down so then that way you wouldn't be able to like be very noticeable about it with like how Christian Bale did it. Not to say that he was a bad Batman. I enjoyed him as Batman, great Batman.
The only Batman I didn't like was
Clooney.
yeah,
Yeah.
Captain Nipples.
How you started there? The nipples actually were in
Oh,
Batman
here we go.
Forever. I liked Batman
that's
Forever,
fair.
but they were
They
in
were-
Batman Forever.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Um,
that was more the director.
I think.
That was
well,
a special movie.
but the thing about it with Joel Schumacher's style is actually pretty cool. But the fact of the matter is that he tried to make a Batman movie, and it just looked so weird and so campy and so ridiculous.
But not good campy.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
I'll
And
give
like,
you Batman Forever was good, but Robin was just
I liked Batman Forever. The one thing I could not stand though is,
I'm glad we always agree on that.
huh?
I'm glad we always agree on that.
What, the smile? You know what part I'm talking about, Ray? When he's about to say that he's not going to be Batman anymore. Was that the notification? Oh, I turned vibrate on this, but eventually the sound is up on this one, on my tablet. All right, that's down. So there's a part right before Val Kilmer says that he's no longer going to be Batman. He's seen Nicole Kidman's character, and he's talking to her, and as he leaves, he does this biggest fucking stupid smile I have ever seen. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and it's just like, well, he's just like... It's like, think of Chris Farley in Tommy Boy when he's like happy that he's about to get the wings. It's like, Batman on boobies. Like, it was just like so bad. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I thought Jim Carrey was a great Riddler.
Yeah.
I liked him. I mean, I don't know why they kept having Two-Face flip the coin over and over. You know, it was always supposed to be a one-time thing, but other than that. But last week they had announced that they had found a new director and they were going to have Matt Reeves enter talks. Matt Reeves is what people know has directed, actually, I don't think he's made a bad movie yet. He directed Cloverfield first started, and then he also directed the English language remake of Let the Right One In. Let Me In. That's the one with Chloe Moretz. As good as Let the Right One In was, I actually think Let Me In actually expanded upon that. They're both great movies. I actually have a copy of Let Me In, the actual novel right there. That's just Colette scratching.
I told you we get it.
Yeah. And then, of course, was it Rise? No. Rise? I always thought that was weird. With the new Planet of the Apes movie, it was like, doesn't the dawn come before the rise?
Don't get me started on the Planet of the Apes.
Rise
the names. I can't.
But the Rise, like, I mean, he's the one that's directed the last one that just came out, which was Dawn, even though, you know, I'm not even going to talk about that anymore. And, of course, he's directing War of the Planet of the Apes.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I've never liked a single Planet of the Apes movie.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know if you've seen these ones, the more recent ones. They're very different. They're very more kind of grounded in reality, like in a real world, kind of, rather than the, you know, get your damn paws off me, you damn dirty ape nonsense. Even though I think that they had fucking Tom Felton say that line in Rise.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
It made no sense, but it was fun to hear.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't like a Tim Burton one. It was get your damn paws on me, you damn dirty human. And unfortunately, this weekend they announced that talks actually broke down, which is a little upsetting, but who knows, they could find a better director. I mean, with a guy that's got a track record like that, critically and financially, his movies have done great.
As long as they keep it out of Zack Snyder's paws.
I mean, like I said, you think that he's done bad things. I like his movies. I mean, I love what he did with Watchmen, and
Watchmen was okay.
I know you don't like 300. I love 300. Actually, that's another one. That's going to be. We'll talk about that later on. You know, so we'll talk about certain ones. But other than that, I mean, hopefully they get a new director. Also, moving on to the next subject, they announced Fourth Purge for next summer, 4th of July weekend.
Next summer? Yeah, it has to be next summer.
Yeah, next year, yep.
I think that jumped the shark with the last one.
Well, I actually think the
It doesn't make...
election year, I think, was the best one.
Yeah, no, but like the way they capped it.
Yes, I mean,
the whole point is it's legal, and then at that point, if someone does it anyways,
yes,
they're just murdering people.
Like I feel like it's
unless they do a prequel.
Well, no, it's more of probably what will end up happening is that you'll have, you know, something will end up happening. They'll have
a prequel, like the first,
like how it how it first happened
and stuff.
To
see how it
the very first one, or like,
and how people are reacting to it.
That's the only way I could see they do it, because they pretty much end that story.
Well, they gave you that little snippet at the end of election year about how people that were in support of it. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it could have been
revolting.
Yeah, true. But I like how it was originally started off as a horror film, and then it just turned into action thriller.
I think you got that backwards.
It was the first one. I think was more
to be more of like a action flick.
I felt like it was more like
that whole
thriller.
Scene where like they get in and then there's like it's all got like that almost the song Precinct 13 vibe.
Well, the first one scared me more. Does that count?
The first one scared you more, but it was less of like that.
But the thing is, the second and the third one didn't really scare me. It was more of an action film.
My biggest fear, like it keeps me up at night, like nightmares, is being followed. and not being able to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the second movie.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
followed.
That's it.
Yeah,
True.
that's true.
So
Being followed
the
is
second
upsetting.
one was horrifying.
Yeah.
I did like the second one,
I
and
think
how
that's my
like
favorite.
you know all the people in the resistance ended up breaking in and just killing all the
Everybody.
rich
And
And
people.
wasn't that
I
Michael
I thought that
K.
was
Williams?
badass, huh?
Wasn't that Michael K. Williams?
Yeah, it was weird because he was only in that second one, but then the
How did that
the other
remember
black
that.
guy who was
Okay.
in the first one and the second one was in
he's
the
like
third
leading
one,
it.
and Michael Kenneth Williams was only in the second one.
That doesn't matter. He's the man.
I just thought that was really weird. But who knows what they'll do with the next Purge? The guy, James DeMonico, who is surprisingly for a trilogy has written and directed all three and hasn't passed it off to anybody else, has been doing a good job in making each one a little bit different, even though people, oh, it's the same movie.
Which is
It's
why
really
I'd
not.
like to
I
see that
honestly think-
prequel.
I honestly think 2 and 3 are a lot different than the first one in terms. Like I feel 2 and 3 are more alike than the first one, but they always give you that
Yeah.
little twist.
Well, I mean,
Like
they're
the little
definitely.
tool.
The
spin
first
on it.
one's totally different than
What
the
if,
Oh,
a
yeah,
different, what if a
definitely.
different country could pick it up?
What do you mean? Well, remember how they were getting the other countries
Yeah, the
that were
tours.
coming into America?
Mm-hmm.
America.
other.
I do remember that. Yeah. But it's like we'll have to see what they do with this next one because they do their own little spin on each one. Just hopefully they don't decide to do what they've been doing with horror movies and just waiting until the horse can't run the race no more and then decide. And the cool thing about it is the movies have been doing well for the summer movie season. The summer movie season is usually crowded, and the Purge movies always end up making back their budget. So, that's something I think that's good for them, and Universal should keep up the good work with that. Next up, Jurassic World 2, or the sequel to Jurassic World. I don't know if they'll actually go with that name. They added James Cromwell to the cast, which I think is a good idea, depending on what he's going to play. I like James Cromwell in a lot of his films. I liked him in, I don't know if that's going to end up showing up on that, but I liked him in Babe. I liked him in Star Trek First Contact.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I liked him as the warden in the Longest Yard remake. I honestly feel I don't
You
usually
can't be
say.
wrong with him.
Yeah, I honestly feel. Well, I mean, going back to Longest Yard, I don't like to really give too much credit about this, but I really enjoy the Adam Sandler Longest Yard over the original, just because it's got more of a well-known cast. I mean, granted, yeah, they used a lot of football players and stuff in
That's
the
what
original
you're
film.
But anyway, yeah.
And they were popular then, but the thing about it is, like, this was star-studded, cast, and it was a little bit more
What kind of
funny.
character could he play?
Probably just
What
like
do you
an
think?
old dude that works for, like, a company or something.
Oh,
it all
thanks for
depends.
being
Yeah.
really specific there.
Sorry.
No,
This
I mean,
is
like,
all
could he
the-
be like a CEO type of the company that
Yeah,
possibly.
or
You could
a
try to-
dinosaur bounty hunter?
He could...
Try to
He
Could
could
he be
one
the-
way,
could he
two
be the-
ways. He could be like Pete Postlethwaite in Lost World, or he could
That's
be
what's
like
going-
Vincent D'Onofrio in Jurassic World.
Could he be? Oh god, that's where I was going with it.
I knew you were,
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, he kind of has that kind of old look. Hey, Colette, what's going on?
But he's dead though. I was gonna say
Yeah, I
he
know
actually
Pete Postlethwaite
survived
is
the
dead.
Lost World.
Yeah, he
He
did.
yes.
Yeah. So, other than that, let's see what we got next. Oh! Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard about this. I actually heard about this.
Probably not.
Well, I just read about it earlier today. Dante Basco, who is an actor, an old child actor. He hasn't really been in too much lately. I know you guys are looking him up.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
it's-
played
caught me.
Rufio in Hook.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
And
Oh,
he
the
wants to
kicks-
do the-
He
yeah,
did a
yes.
Kickstarter
Yeah,
for
to
the
do
movie,
a
right?
prequel movie called
I
Bangering, and
saw
it's like
that
a short
yesterday.
film, and it passed its goal.
Oh,
So
I didn't know. it
they
passed
are
the
going
goal.
to start making that.
Oh, I
I
don't
mean,
know about that.
it'll be a short film, of
Well,
course.
it
They said,
can't
but
be worse than Pan.
well, Pan's completely
Dude, that's,
different.
that's different.
I feel bad. Like my wife wanted to go see that in theaters, and she goes, "God, this movie's fucking horrible."
My girlfriend wanted to, and I was like, nope.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
So, what was its goal? Do you know what its goal was?
I don't
I'll
know.
find out.
You're gonna find out. But yeah, it's just like, oh my god. Whenever I think of that movie, I just think of him doing the whole "looky, looky, I got a hooky"
Stop
thing,
it.
and I was like, yeah, exactly. Stop it. Now, also, I don't know if you know this, but do you guys know the part where they put the person in the box with like the scorpions.
Mhm.
That pirate was Glenn Close in like makeup.
Really?
It was like a dude. Yeah, I was like, what?
Shut up.
I actually found that out a couple months ago. and I was like,
They're
it's
only
so weird.
seeking 30,000.
Oh,
Oh,
not
it's a
bad.
short film.
Yeah.
It's very.
And
yeah.
it's probably not that much that they're going to do. All they're going to do is they're probably just going to film it in a forest.
Yeah, dude.
It makes sense. So,
Yeah.
and you guys
They got
got
to 38,000.
38,000, and I wonder how long
They're trying to get 200 now.
Their stretch
Oh,
is
okay.
200.
Yes.
They're doing goals, which makes sense.
Yeah,
they're trying to
started,
stretch
yes,
goals.
so,
Yeah.
Stretch goals.
You guys got any news you want to bring up that we haven't covered right there that you may have heard about this week?
Not that was really sticking out.
Yeah. What about you, Matt? Have you heard about anything?
Let's see, because I just clicked movie
Well, while
news.
he's waiting, I actually just thought of something. They revealed more pictures of what the Shocker is going to look like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, because they actually have Shocker
Literally
going to be in there.
just-
Oh, you just saw it.
Yes.
Bokeem Woodbine is going to be playing Shocker,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I saw, it looks pretty cool.
I'm looking
You
that
can
up.
look it up, and it looks pretty decent. I mean, I don't know why they're trying to pack. It seems like they're trying to pack on all the villains again, which seem to be the issues with both Spider-Man 3 and with Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Well,
But Marvel,
Is it-
I
is
think
it-
they'll be able to.
is it in
make
the
up for it.
MCU or is it going
It's
back
in
to
the
Sony?
no, it's in the MCU.
Okay.
But the thing about it was Sony told Disney, we get to distribute it with you guys. So
So
Marvel's
that makes me
it's
concerned.
like a co thing.
Because
It's
Sony
pretty
doesn't know
much-
how to make a film because the
Well,
only
Marvel Studios is making the film.
Okay.
It's just they're pretty much the production company, and Sony's just helping distribute
They're
it
poison.
because Sony wants the money.
Yeah, well,
They
'cause
just want the money.
the only good superhero movie they ever released, they fought every step of the way.
Which one?
Deadpool.
Well, that was Sony. That was Fox.
That's what was it. Fox.
Yeah, that was Fox because Fox has all the X-Men stuff and Fan Force Stick. I still think like everybody like makes that little joke when Fantastic Four came out 2 years ago. Everyone was like, "It's got the 4 in the A," so everyone started calling it Fan Force Stick, and it was just like, I mean, I think that it was kind of a bummer what happened to Josh Trank with that, but your second film is that, and you are still quite a novice director, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, he made Chronicle," and it was like, "Yeah, well, Fox, was in charge of that too, so of course they're going to tell him."
Chronicle wasn't even
Fantastic Four.
like
What?
Chronicle wasn't even that
I like
fantastic.
Chronicle.
It was
I liked
Okay.
Chronicle. The weird thing I found about it is that the one dude that lived to the end of Chronicle is like the only one that doesn't really have a career right now. It's like Michael B. Jordan and Dane DeHaan actually have careers. We're actually going to talk about Dane DeHaan in a little
but
bit.
I did like the way they did the explaining the found footage, having sweeping shots and stuff.
Yes, and
I
having
hate it when
every
you're
single
watching movies that are found footage and then they cut to
yeah.
shots that don't make sense. But
Yeah.
they were like,
But yeah, I liked that whole aspect too. Let's see actually how we're doing on time. I'm gonna move around the mic. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. We almost took up a half an hour.
I was trying to see if I can confirm it, but I can't.
That's fine.
There's a Godzilla teaser at the end of Kong.
That doesn't surprise me because I mean, of course, they
they're
have
gonna
to.
put in if they put in a Godzilla stinger, I'm gonna be pumped.
What?
A Godzilla stinger, I'd be pumped.
Oh well, I mean, they're gonna make sure that they end up building that up for
Because
Godzilla 2 for in 2019. Yeah,
Are they gonna be
And-
doing a crossover?
yeah, 2020. And
That'd be sick.
well, they had to get rid of they weren't able to do same director because Gareth Edwards was doing episode 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know Ryan Johnson was doing episode 8. So Gareth Edwards was doing episode 9, so they had to pick a new director, and they got Michael Dougherty, who directed Trick or Treat and Krampus, which is a cool idea. I don't know if that's the first time you heard it, right? But
It is the first time I've heard it, but I still like.
well, they did that, and they also
I
cast
still want Michael Dougherty to do.
first cast member announces Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. But we'll see how that ends up going. I don't know if they're still planning on doing.
She can kill Godzilla.
So that's it for movie news for this week. Those are the big ones. if you guys are listening, you have any things that you want us to talk about for next time, just let us know that. Now, on to box office for this week. To the surprise of no one, Lego Batman is in first place for the second week in a row. What do we got for the money on that one for this week?
For the week, its total is 99 million. It seems like
Over the weekend?
yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Second, also to the surprise of no one, is 50 Shades.
So
Oh,
it's
God.
darker.
Yes.
Oh,
It's 50 times even bigger
Jesus.
now. 89.6 million.
And that also came out.
wonder how much of that goes back
That came out last weekend. That's in the second weekend too.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
'Cause that and John Wick 2 all came out on the same day.
Number 3 was The Great Wall. With
Oh,
Matt-
yeah,
with
I have John
Matthew-
Wick.
Oh, really?
It says John Wick on.
Maybe they changed it over.
On Mojo, it says John Wick.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good. John Wick at number 3. Maybe I got them mixed up. John Wick actually has...
In the Great Wall.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so.
But also the cool thing about it, John Wick has made more money overall in its second week than the first one did its whole domestic run, from what I read.
Yeah, they were very close. It was neck and neck between those two. That's why.
Yeah. Great Walls, of course, the Matt Damon movie, directed by Zhang
I didn't
Zimu.
know he was Chinese.
No, it's more of okay.
I know.
It's
Here we
more of
go.
like the whole thing about
Here
how
we go.
people are like saying the Europeans like helped out with that stuff, but I do think it's a little weird.
Yeah, everyone's
It's a classic, whitewashing thing.
Yes.
Um,
Let's not talk about Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, I hope that movie bombs because I don't want to have to deal with all the anime flicks that'll come if
I
it does
know.
well.
Yeah, it's just like everyone spent so much time trying to make Akira into a live action film, and then
And they
Ghost
did.
in the Shell does. I mean,
hope it
I never
bombs.
watched it. I'm not a really big anime fan,
The
so
only thing I like is that Depeche Mode cover in the trailer. Other than that, it was no redeeming quality.
Fist Fight number 5. I don't even know how much money that made.
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't really expecting it to make that much anyway. Granted, it came out in February. Seems like a movie you would rather release in September or January rather than February.
January. Fuck you, it's January.
Yep. I have a couple of 6 is Hidden Figures, right? Again, it's
Hidden
got a
Figures.
little bit more to buzz before the Oscars next weekend, and 7 Split. Split's been doing pretty well, continuing Shyamalan's string of decent movies. He's now on a back-to-back streak of having good movies with The Visit and Split.
It's almost like he's had a split from having shit movies to having good movies. From
Ooh.
Yeah.
Happening, sorry.
Well, I mean, it's
Happening
just
was
surprising.
so bad.
It's just surprising
The whole
that.
I never
scene.
laughed so hard in a movie than when I
The
saw
hot
The
dog
Happening.
scene?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm so glad I actually have never seen it.
You should have seen The Happening in a crowded theater
No.
just for the enjoyment of laughing.
No,
Hot dog's
No.
got a bad rap.
no.
So good. It was so good.
So it just seems like an even weaker kind of like version of Day of the Triffids. You know
Hey,
what
the
I mean?
Triffids was good.
Yeah,
It's a good book. Too.
So, but Split has been doing well, and Shyamalan's been doing well, pairing up with Blumhouse. And I mean, who thought that like a horror comedy would start that off with The Visit, which was pretty enjoyable, and then Split is even good, and
I like
You know,
Split
with the
better than
whole-
Visit.
with the whole thing about it being pretty much a Unbreakable sequel. We'll
Kinda,
see
not
how that
sequel.
ends up. It's direct. It's more like spin-off kind of.
Yeah, not
And-
even. It's just it ties it in.
Yeah.
Nice, with a nice little bow.
So
We should put
and
you need to put like a spoiler
Yeah.
flash in the beginning of these things.
whatever. Everyone actually already gave it away because I remember it was all over the news.
Yeah, but we've already
Yeah.
ruined the ending of like 4
Well,
movies.
because I remember
What
seeing
movies?
Like Unbreakable 2 coming.
And then also the one that I actually had saw for new movies that was kind of a shock. A Cure for Wellness bombed and debuted at number 10,
Really?
and it just got
Oh,
released.
I
It's
almost
this weekend.
too
Mojo
cerebral.
says 11 actually.
Huh?
Mojo says 11.
Maybe that's updated for today
Yeah.
or tomorrow.
Yeah, Lion is 10.
Okay.
Yes. So
Um,
it's even further down.
But that's
Just
quite
because it's small
upsetting.
box office doesn't necessarily mean
yeah,
quality.
it's getting mixed reviews
'Cause
because
it could be too cerebral for some.
well, a lot of people are saying it is scary and they like the style and stuff. But the one flaw is
Is it
that
Gore
for
Verbinski?
yes,
Yeah.
for a horror movie, it is way too long. It's
How
two
long
and a
is it?
half hours.
2.5 for a
Yes.
horror?
Yeah, that's
I can't
keep
even-
it to
That
2
was
or
like
under.
Shutter Island. Like, that wasn't necessarily a
Yeah,
horror
it seems
movie, but
like
it
I
was just
definitely
too
got the
long.
Shutter Island vibes.
Yeah, I said that the first time I saw the trailer.
Yeah,
Which was a good movie, but it dragged a bit.
yeah. But I mean, it is weird with how movies have been getting up to lately, with stuff like that. I do miss like older horror movies, like slashers and stuff like that.
I
I'd
just
like
watched,
to see
like,
another
They
camp
Live
one.
for the first time in a while.
You did,
Yeah.
man.
It's
You
been
know,
a
that's
while.
not the past 25 years, man.
No, I mean, I watched it. It's just
Oh,
been a
okay.
minute. Like,
Yeah.
and then I bought it again, and I was like, why wasn't this in my collection already?
Well, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I mean, everyone likes to talk about Roddy Piper and Keith David beating the shit out of each other for like 10 minutes.
can.
Yeah. And dude, like, I don't even know. I lost count with how many nut shots there were during that fight scene.
It just
I was
keeps
like, someone
going.
ain't having
It's
no
like-
baby. Someone's not having no baby. But I liked it. That's a cool movie. Let's see what we got here. Don't mind me. Alright, so if you guys are down, maybe we can possibly get into a little bit of trivia just getting it updated.
Trivia. Oh god.
This is
Alright.
called Popcorn Trivia, and it says cat contest at the top, and it's got
Da-da.
a single player or multiplayer. And what it is, it's a thing of popcorn with muscles. So,
Oh boy. Okay.
Production value.
okay, so I don't know if that's my username. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll just do single player because.
Where's Miami?
What?
Really? I don't want an Oscar. I want an Emmy.
I have no. Okay,
Oh,
so
sound effects.
we're gonna spin.
Everyone at home.
I
can
don't
hear
even
it.
know what this is. This is our first time
I
doing
can't
this.
even read it. I see the
I
rock.
see
It
The
looks
Rock,
like
that's
the
it.
Peanuts movie,
Oh,
John
crap.
Wick 2, and The Rock.
Well, oh man.
Okay, so I don't know
Guess
how
we're-
this
I
works.
guess we're doing the rock. Apparently.
Well, hold on. Let's see how this ends up working.
Who test runs things before they? record
Oh,
themselves doing
okay. This is I see what they're doing here.
Are they
So
playing clips from the movie?
no. It's Hold on. I'm trying to get out of this actually.
Q&A.
Hold on.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it sounds like someone. Oh, here's actually an interesting tidbit. Michael Bay has said that out of all the movies he's directed, The Rock is his favorite.
Oh,
Well, it's the only one worth watching.
That's you can't say that about Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2.
Those
I'll give
movies
you.
are cool.
I forgot that he directed those.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right. So now that we actually know how to do this,
Do we?
I
Well,
don't.
kind
you
of.
do.
Okay.
all right. So we're gonna do
Why
some
not?
single
Three is a
player,
failure.
and I'll do one for each one of you guys. So I'm gonna spin. I'll go first. And I'll have you guys pick My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
You're gonna pick that one.
Sing, or The Good, the Bad, and the
You're,
Ugly.
you're gonna do my big fat
Yeah.
Greek wedding.
Okay,
Was there any question?
it will be. Play Act 1. Okay.
Because I've only seen bits and pieces of that.
Yeah, I've never seen any of it.
Who said nice Greek girls are supposed to do 3 things in life? Many Greek boys make Greek babies and feed everyone until the day we
I
die.
imagine it's the older lady.
Well, which one? This one looks old too.
Oh crap! There's it's
there's a
not
bunch.
that one. I would
This
say
crazy
I would
lady.
say that one or the bottom one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this
Yeah,
one.
that lady, that one.
Kind of looks like the Nick Swartzen's mom, and
I'm
you don't
gonna
mess with the
okay.
Zohar.
I'm gonna say it's the one below her.
There
but
a
go
part
ahead.
where like you saw that movie, right?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
her,
I know.
she had like the fucking huge ass.
Do you
Like
have time?
those. Oh, I got it wrong.
Was I right?
Hold on. What did you pick? This lady?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Wait. Oh wait. So it was actually Nia Vardalos. Oh, Tula Patakos. I don't even know what that means, but okay.
What?
I guess that's her character's name. Let's see if I can actually get out of this now. I feel like there's like no,
It just eats you.
yeah.
That's all it does.
I feel like once you pick it, you can't go like back. It's like there's the point of no return. I'm gonna have to find my trivia popcorn game. I can't find it for some odd reason. So
You're gonna have to make popcorn for the next one. So during these, we can do it more.
Make our own
all right,
sound
Matt,
effects.
go ahead and spin.
Oh crap!
And what do we have for Matt's picks? We have Rush Hour,
Oh,
Mulan,
man.
or Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Oh, crap.
What do you
See-
want to give him, Ray?
Oh. Rush Hour.
Right.
Chris Tucker.
Okay, here we go.
Because I've seen Rush Hour in the past 10 years.
What gift does Lee give to Sue Young? A bracelet, earrings, a necklace, or an anklet? I've seen this movie so many times I don't even remember.
What the
I
hell?
know. When I was a kid, I watched it like every day, but
I'm gonna just make a guess.
Oh,
I'm not-
anklet's wrong.
Okay, that just seems so
Right,
bizarre.
you
What
want to
is
make a guess? Necklace, earrings, or bracelet?
earrings.
It was a necklace.
it? Come on.
Cliche.
Yeah. So I'll do another one for me. Let's see. Oh wait,
For
one for Ray. What am I thinking?
If he gets a movie that he knows really well, let's make sure he picks it so we can actually make sure we know that it works.
We get
Because-
one thing.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and spin, dude.
The choices
Alright,
are
we'll look and then we'll tell him. Okay.
Deadpool, John
Deadpool,
Wick 2.
Cars, or John Wick 2.
Okay.
I say we give him Cars.
No, give him Deadpool.
No, come on, that's too
Deadpool.
easy.
Loud
Yeah,
and
what
clear.
did I just say about doing one that
True.
that we know can work?
Okay.
Now I hope I get it.
Yeah, pressure's on that.
Watch
What
it.
are the names of the two X-Men that Deadpool recruits to help?
Okay.
That's easy. That's Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warrior.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, 10 points.
Negasonic
Does it keep
Teenage
going?
What
50
the
points,
fuck?
all
It's not
right.
over with yet. Round 2, right? What's this?
This is just certain things. Like, this is in which one of these four scenes is Angel of the Morning played. Now, I know Angel of the Morning is played in the beginning
Yeah,
of the
in
movie.
the very beginning. Oh, we can just listen to the song.
And that is right.
Yeah. 10 more
But Julie
points.
knew- Yeah, all right.
Next question.
Which Ryan Reynolds meta in-joke is not in the movie? Ryan Reynolds on the cover of People, Sexiest Man Alive.
That is.
References to Green Lantern, which Ryan Reynolds starred.
It is.
Wade stating that Ryan Reynolds didn't get far into superior acting, and a cameo by Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife and
That one.
wife, Blake. Yes.
That would cost too much money.
Yeah.
Deadpool
They couldn't
was-
afford
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Are you kidding? They had to cut out half the movie.
Right.
All right, so now we'll.
Good
get
job.
back into that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the game does let you answer the right answers.
Yes, it does.
We just suck.
It's just weird because it seems like you can't like go back like
You
after
probably,
certain
okay,
things.
let's if you get the questions wrong, we have to keep going. That's what was going on before when you got whatever
Yeah, hold on. I'm just
thing
trying
you
to
got.
see about what exactly.
rush hour.
What?
What?
You want to watch Rush Hour?
No, I don't want to watch rush
Yes,
hour.
you do. He's gonna.
All right, let me see. Okay,
Can go
we'll
on
do.
Skip Trace.
Well, I'll pick a multiplayer game. That way we can actually. I think multiplayer means that we can all play it together. Actually.
That's usually what
Oh,
we
shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Okay. Select character. All right. Category will be all. Select opponent. Choose.
People are really gonna enjoy
See,
this
they
game.
have all these,
Yeah, right.
all these like different things
So
that
we're
they
better
can't
if we had a
see.
that
camera.
like you can invite from. Yeah, it would be
One-eyed
better.
Willie. That's on the top of
Yeah.
the list.
No,
That's
I'm
great.
saying that I mean,
But it's so like
The
different.
popcorn's fighting another popcorn.
I'm really missing something. So on the
All right,
other
so
side.
I'm gonna
Spin
spin
the movie
because it'll be my
reels.
turn.
Okay.
Okay. Social Network, Arrival, or ET. You
Two of
guys
those
can-
I'd be screwed on all of them.
Go with E.T.
Okay.
Last time I watched ET, I was a kid.
I have not
and
seen Arrival yet.
I puked everywhere.
Neither have I.
It
Good.
was awful.
Oh my goodness! Look at
Okay,
that.
I see faces. I,
know.
don't see a question yet. Oh, who is Gertie? Come on, Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Okay. Most adults' faces are not shown for most of the movie, with the exception of which character? Elliot's science teacher, Elliot's mother, the pizza delivery guy, or the man with the keys?
You see the mother, right?
You see the mother. Yeah.
Yeah. You see the mother.
Because, funny story, Elliot's science teacher is actually Mel Gibson.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
Before
Oh, no, it wasn't.
What?
Yeah, it was Mel Gibson, yeah.
Really?
With the exception of Elliot's mother, Dalt's faces are never seen until the last act of the film, like the man with the keys. He remains a mysterious figure for most of the film, perhaps symbolic of a child's perspective of adulthood. Many of the film's shots are at low angles to convey the point of view of a child.
I didn't
All
feel
right.
like a child when I watched that as a child.
Okay. All right. Which underage driver backs Mary's Audi down the driveway? Elliot, Tyler, Gertie, or Michael? This is...
I don't remember. I haven't
Matt?
seen this movie.
Oh
in like a
God, I
decade
don't
and a
remember.
half.
I don't remember their names except for Elliot. I must say Michael.
You're going to say Michael? And
Yeah.
you got it right.
I
There
think it
you
was
go.
Michael. It was what? It's the older teen, right?
And randomly, they have things on Wikipedia for the
The
vehicle.
1980 Audi something
Yeah.
or other. Okay, great.
After E.T. runs out of Elliot's backyard, where does Elliot go looking for him? The hospital, the woods inside his house, or his school?
Is this your question?
I thought it was the woods.
It's the woods, right? He doesn't
Yeah,
go to
there you go.
school.
Okay.
'Cause he
So,
finds him in the ditch or in the water, and he's like all looking like a pale, like
I'll
white
do-
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
we'll do
like a
one
dick.
more for each one of you guys, and then we'll actually move on.
Yeah, let's definitely move on after this.
It's such a weird game. Like, I don't know where my other one was. Here you go, Matt. You can spin.
Oh,
Yeah.
balls.
A bonus,
Oh, crap, I don't know any of them.
Passengers, or the
Book.
Jungle Book?
What's bonus?
Passengers was so bad.
Bonus?
Click bonus. I don't know what that is. Click it.
Oh my god.
I don't
Passengers
think it's
was
actually
so
anything.
bad.
Hold on.
Oh, they went away.
Yeah.
I'm mad that they even brought that movie up.
Then please hit the Jungle Book. So I didn't see Passengers yet.
Keep it that way.
I like
Good.
Passengers.
You did?
Yeah, it was a good date movie.
No,
Who
it
said
wasn't.
now I'm going to close my eyes and count to 10? It makes the chase more interesting for me.
Isn't it what's his face?
Yes, it's Shere Khan.
Yeah, I can't say his name ever. I
Sri
always say Sri Lanka.
Lanka.
Yeah.
All right, Ray. One last one for you, and then we'll actually move on to what we're going to do next. Yeah.
Hadouken.
Okay, now I did spin. Good God.
He got two bonuses, or he got whatever's in the middle. I
I
can't
can't
see.
even read what's in
Hey, you got 2 bonuses and trolls. We can spin again, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, give him the first one.
Alien, Spider-Man, or John Wick 2. We're going to give you Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So,
It's the first Spider-Man.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Yeah, the
Yes,
first
the
Spider-Man.
first
Oh, I
Spider-Man,
haven't
yeah.
watched that in so long. I like that.
oh, my God. Freak show, yeah! Dude,
Macho Man is on
he's like the
Bonesaw.
first picture on there. But it's, the question is, who is Flash Thompson?
Oh, fuck.
But the first picture, of course, I see is a bone saw. Freak show. I got you for 3 minutes. Playtime. Yeah!
So this is all Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, no, this is the first one, actually.
He's in.
Because these are everybody.
Oh,
well,
is that
you
like
got
the
3
first
guys.
example? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in all 3 of the movies.
Who did he play?
In the first one, he played the wrestling announcer. And then the second one, he was working as the
He's in the theater.
theater guy. And then the third one, he was...
Third one, he's.
he played, like...
I really haven't watched these since they did Emo Spider-Man.
The thing about it, though, with I was kind of hoping that they kept Bruce Campbell around and like they could have had him play Mysterio.
Well, Bruce Campbell should be in every movie ever made.
Because in the video games, he voiced Mysterio.
Did he?
I didn't know that.
So which one of these guys is Flash Thompson?
I don't remember, man.
Matt?
Oh crap. It's not you.
No.
It's not you. You're what's this? I don't remember either. Oh crap.
Yep.
Well, I didn't think
Not
about it.
you.
Look how young Joe
No.
Manganiello looked.
No, you're. No.
And the funny thing is, that's the guy that's going to be playing Deathstroke, which I think is interesting.
It was Flash. Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. All right,
Oh, it
so...
was Flash. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking back. It's so long.
All right, so that was our trivia. Hopefully I can find my game and actually have it be a little bit better because we just downloaded that app
We just downloaded that.
Yes. All right. So next up, Valentine's Day on Tuesday, and everyone's got their favorite kind of movies in that kind of vein. But we are going to talk about favorite guy flicks and favorite chick flicks. So, Ray, if you want to start, we can go over. What do you guys want to do first? Do you guys want to do? Each one of us can go over each one of ours, or we can go through guy flicks first.
Let's back it up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Let's define.
Yeah, he wants to define it. Yeah, I remember.
Let's define these things first, so we know.
Chick flicks is really what they are. Like, I mean, it's like the chick flicks are kind of the sappy thing that predominantly have a female audience.
But, yeah.
Or that. I mean, I don't even know if you call it chick flicks.
Because I know, like, some people just say like any like crazy romance thing could be a chick
Yeah.
flick. You can throw a romance on any kind of
that's
movie.
true.
And,
That is
something
true.
chick flick, but it also has that like.
But that's not always it's
Yeah.
so hard to pin it.
Yeah,
down.
We'll
be
use it.
someone's argument.
We'll use it in the broad sense. If we think that there's something maybe not, what it falls into, we can talk about that.
That's gonna be my choice.
What?
You'll see.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
All right, so Ray, I'll have you start off. You can talk about whatever ones you find to be your favorite guy flicks or your favorite chick flicks.
Oh, wait, we didn't talk about what a guy flick is though. Just a chick flick.
A guy flick is just like it could
Every other
be
movie.
it could be explosions, it could be tits, it could be a comedy,
Yeah, but I mean, then you get there's.
It's all sorts of different things.
No,
It could be buddy cop movies. That's a dude flick, or they call them dick flicks, but I don't like using that term.
Sounds too much like a porno.
It does, right? So
But,
that's why I don't use it.
Jerking it.
Yeah. So go ahead. You can talk about whatever one you want to talk about first.
Well, it's hard for me to talk about the chick flicks though. I'm not really a big fan of them. Like the only two that I think even fit that I do like, I've only watched a handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah, I guess I can see why you would think that'd be a chick flick. I mean, it's more from a dude's perspective, mostly.
But it's the way it's shot and.
Yeah, there are a lot of women that do like 500 Days of Summer.
And like the appeal is there. And
yeah.
I like Going the Distance, but that's just because I like Charlie Day too much.
Mm-hmm.
And like his whole scene where he like DJs their hookup is just the best thing. Like that's it. That scene made it worth it. I don't even remember the other actors in the movie.
Yeah. For me, for chick flicks, it's I know in Going the Distance it was back when Justin Long was dating Drew Barrymore, right? Yeah, and I.
And I like Love and Other Drugs.
That's
Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's like where they got like uber naked together, right?
Yeah.
All the whole time.
Yeah.
And Hathaway was
like,
hot.
why do I somewhat remember that? Now I know I remember.
Like she thought she had like
got
Parkinson's. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got in a lot of trouble because they said it was like watching Michael J. Fox in a earthquake.
I believe. I'm trying to think. I think that.
I didn't hear about that part of the movie.
No, I said that.
Oh,
yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble.
But I
slept on the couch for that one.
It's whatever. For me, it's definitely a big kind of group of things. I like. I was telling earlier how I like Sweetest Thing with Cameron Diaz. It's her, Christina Applegate, Selma Blair, and they all live in an apartment. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
No.
They all live in an apartment together, and
it sounds like I've seen it.
We had it in Florida when we were living in Florida. Coviello owned it.
Maybe that's why.
And what happened is it came out in mid-2000s. Actually, yeah, maybe early. I think 2002, 2003. What it is that they all live together, and they are well known for being single. And then Cameron Diaz meets a guy at a bar, at a club, played by Thomas Jane, who she wants to make the exception.
Changes her life.
Yeah, and then what ends up happening is that it's kind of like a raunchy kind of sex comedy from the female point of view.
This
because
seems to be a theme of certain chick flicks is that they're going they're on a certain path and they're they're on a track and they're okay with it, and then bam, a man comes.
Yes.
And it changes their life, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
My world's changed.
And
my world's
That's it.
upside
They're
down.
also formulaic. And I hate it. But you can say that about like the explosion.
I can say that with guy flicks too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But
I can say with every movie we ever liked. Really, that's why we like the movies.
But also, Sweetest Thing has also got like a whole bunch of other people in it. Pretty much what it is that they go on a road trip to find this guy because what they think that Thomas Jane is at a part of a bachelor party for his brother who's going to be married, just played by Justin Bateman. And Jason Bateman, sorry, I'm thinking of Justine Bateman, but without the E. Sorry, but this was actually before Jason Bateman had his big comeback and everything. And what ends up happening is that it's really they go on a road trip to find him, but really it's Thomas Jane that's about to get married. Mm-hmm. And like there's a lot of parts of it that I always thought were funny. I like it because it's more funny, and the romantic comedy aspect is really funny. They go to a rest stop, and like they're so oblivious to like what a glory hole is, and like Christina Applegate's like looking through like this glory hole, and then she gets poked in the eye by a dick.
This is why I've seen it.
Yeah, because the guy's like surprise,
yeah.
And then like there's
that
other things
and
then.
Or maybe I've seen that online. Fashion.
And then, of course, probably my two favorite parts of the movie have to deal when they get to the church right before the wedding. There's this one part where they're waiting like for the whole situation at like the whole service. Like Cameron Diaz is going off to find Thomas Jane, and she actually runs into the woman that he's supposed to marry, who's played by Parker Posey. And Christina Applegate's just sitting in one of the pews, and like there's this little kid that's turning around just staring at her. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And like there was always this big joke, and I was still going to church at this time. Like not as much as I used to when I was a kid, but I would. And what happened is, to get the kid's attention off of her, she would be like, look, it's Jesus. Like, to tell him to turn around, look, it's Jesus. Because, like, she wanted the kid to stop staring at her. And because, like, he's, like, staring at her while she's sitting there, she's like, look, it's Jesus. And, like, there's just, like, other things that were, like, always, like, really, really funny. Salma Hayek's giving a dude a blowjob, and her mouth gets caught in his freaking her something in her mouth gets caught on his genital piercing, and everyone, to make sure like everyone's like in the apartment, like firefighters, neighbors, like they're all like oh my god, what do we do? And then they decide that in order for her to loosen up her throat, they'd all join in and start singing "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith. Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird.
That's not how that works.
No, it's definitely a very weird thing.
I don't know how any of this works.
But
I don't think
it was definitely weird. Like it was. I think the movie was actually directed by the guy that directed Legally Blonde, which is no, it's not. It's directed by Roger Kumble, and I think I know other movies that he's actually done. He directed Cruel Intentions and Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. Oh, and
no strings.
Matt, what about you?
This is why this is such a tough category for me, because like when it comes to chick flicks, I that's why I wanted to discuss it first, like what defines a chick flick, because if there's like a sappy like romance movie on, and like if I catch it, I'll be like, okay, I'm not really gonna want to watch this, and I start watching like, okay, yeah, and then I'll get into it, like, oh crap, I'm having feels.
Well, you wouldn't kid like Titanic. I mean, like stuff like
you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, like stuff like Titanic wouldn't be considered that, but
but that's still. I looked this up beforehand, like what a list of like ultimate like chick flicks movies like. My pick is still Titanic, everybody.
Yeah.
Titanic's on that list, and then like huge epics like Gone with the Wind is a chick flick, and I'm like, I guess it kind of is.
Or it's like people that try to say that Love Actually is a chick flick.
That's
it's really
on the list.
Not.
Love Actually
it's not, though.
A chick flick.
That's just a classic Christmas movie.
They say like a romance defines a chick flick, and I'm like, no, it doesn't.
I mean,
define
every movie
a chick
has
flick.
a love interest of some sort.
But it's definitely the difference between how Titanic was. And it's a complete different thing from like a Nicholas Sparks film.
Oh.
Right.
You know, it's just like, I mean, they're two different things.
I think right here is when we're saying chick flick in, what did you call it that I don't want dick flick.
Dick flick.
It's-
I didn't want to use that
when
term.
it's
It's dude
it's
flicks.
kind of a silly, ridiculous type
Yeah,
of
it
movie.
is.
Like they're both the like extreme end of the spectrum. Like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I feel
movie
like
for women, ridiculous movie for men.
Yes,
Just, you know,
true.
there's not any like.
I feel like it should be defined like this. Chick flick should be where the emphasis on the women and like the guys are just secondary and they're like just
I think
there
it's
as
less
plot
along the gender
devices.
lines that, like,
Yeah,
with the
like
characters.
how in Swedish Thing, Tom and Jane was usually just used as a plot device. Like if you watch something like P.S. I Love You with Hilary Swank, that's a chick flick because Gerard Butler or whoever the dude is that she would try to hook up with it, that's a secondary character. You know, that's just there for. But then again, there's different situations
So
like
then would you not count
Magic
Mad Max
Mike,
as
yeah.
being dude flick?
Mad Max
Fury
is a
Road?
dude flick. Fury Road is a little bit different
That's
because
what I'm
more of
saying.
the emphasis is on the women.
Oh, it's
Yes,
solely on
It's
the women.
mostly on the women. I don't even know why they
'Cause
call
all
it Mad
that
Max.
Mad
Yeah,
Max is just a vehicle into the world. It's about
Yes,
the women. That's
yeah.
not about anything.
in that one,
other
yes, there is. But like, I honestly feel that it's definitely there's a lot of gray areas in like the certain things.
Because
You
by
know,
that
the
line,
That's-
dimension.
my
I would
favorite
say-
chick flick is Mad Max Fury Road.
That's not. I would still say that's neither a chick flick or a dick flick.
Yeah, it's
still-
more of like
I'm still saying like a dick flick or a chick flick is a lesser, not a lesser quality, but just like of a movie that's just like
it's just trying very. I feel like a chick flick or a dude flick is something that's trying very hard to cater to that audience. Like Mad Max is different because it is geared more towards dudes, even though that stuff because it's got the action element and stuff like that. And the whole thing like with other movies that are trying so hard to be overly emotional or like a Nicholas Sparks like
they're kind of
adaptation.
pandering. Almost.
Yeah, pandering or like
Then you get the weird pandering
or
shit.
Magic Mike is pandering to the female audience, or But then again, I mean, it's really not so much a sexualized thing anymore, because you got gay people that love Magic Mike. You got people of all different orientations like that movie. It's not necessarily a chick flick. It's just a film where there's guys and they're like taking off their clothes. It's not like someone would say The Full Monty is like a chick flick because they're there for a sex appeal, because they weren't. It was more of a comedy about old dudes trying to make money, and they did it by stripping. But it's very, there is some gray areas, but I think when you're watching a movie, you can definitely tell when it's a chick flick and when it isn't, because it's just overly like lovey-dovey or like overly like something like, with certain like guy flicks, it's just like, that's very broad as well, because you got like the buddy cop movies, you got
And then you got stuff like
college movies, all that
And
stuff.
then you got like the canon movies too,
Yes.
like Charles Bronson. Like,
Canon movies
all that.
are a lot of dude movies. I was watching that documentary last week, and it is
yeah,
definitely
the Electric whatever.
yes, Electric Boogaloo.
I haven't watched
Yes,
it yet, but I want to.
it's on Netflix.
Is
I
it?
think
Oh,
yes.
guess what I'm watching.
It is very dude oriented,
Well,
and
yeah,
there's.
Charles
I mean,
Bronson
have you
murdering
seen that
everybody.
yet?
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's about an hour and a half long. It's on Netflix. If you guys are done, watch. I don't mind watching because it's a good documentary, and it talks about all the messed up things, like
I mean,
that
they were
happened.
terrible people.
Yeah, they were like Menaheim was really like very out there, and they talk about that in that documentary.
Well, then there's I don't remember who it is. I think she was in Star Trek. Like, she would want to cover up, and like the creepy directors were like, "You're not allowed to."
Yes, yeah, that was
But I'm
very.
calling it, like too bad.
Yeah, it was very
Moves.
80s like, and it was very very bad. Like, I mean, he directed, and now this is going back into the guy movies. Now we're gonna actually use that the transition. Menaheim directed. I had talked about it earlier this week on Facebook. I like Over the Top, the arm wrestling movie with Sylvester Stallone, because that's strictly a guy thing. You use an arm wrestling tournament so you can win custody of your son and make all this money. I mean, yeah, and like they got a fucking Kenny Loggins theme song, as well as like songs by like Sammy Hagar and all these other like people. It's just like, I like the Sly movies. I like the Schwarzenegger movies. I watched Commando the other day, and I love Commando.
Oh god.
That movie's just so badass and screams Schwarzenegger.
Literally.
Yeah. But in terms of ones that aren't really like really action, I really like I Love You Man. I feel like that's like a bromance kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
movie. That's definitely a dude movie, and it's
Well, for the bromance, like I always like more the buddy thing though.
yeah, it's definitely like that, and like you know, it's definitely like a cool like movie just because like everything is like really funny and the cast is good and stuff, and like I just enjoy it. I mean, I think I saw it twice in theaters because I really liked it. So, but those really are big ones for me. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I want to rethink this because I didn't think of it like a bromance kind of a movie, but
Yeah,
I went with the stereotype of like actiony,
yeah, me too.
and I feel bad.
Oh, you can think of that. You can think of
No,
it.
but, yeah,
I
this
I,
just changed,
I
like,
didn't
It's
even
hard
put
for me with
I
the
didn't even
with
put
the
like any
bad
kind of
ones.
sex comedies in there because I know sex comedies are like for dudes, and I didn't even like said that like if I wanted to put something like that, I don't know if I would put like
See, like when I was I think like a chick flick or a bromance movie are like a dirty pleasure almost, like when I want to watch
a
one of
guilty
them, like,
pleasure.
a
Yeah.
guilty pleasure. A
Yeah.
Dirty pleasure.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Your
said
Vaseline.
when I say bromance, you know what I was thinking of. But like, so
Old school could be considered a dude flick, and I love old school. I love old school. I mean, it's just like it's funny because I had ended up seeing it like on DVD. I never saw it in theaters because I didn't really think too much about it. And then when I actually saw, it, I was like, "Why the fuck did I miss this?" You know. So it's definitely like cool, but there's like certain like areas where you can actually say what was definitely different. You're hearing that too.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just from like our phones or something.
yes,
Yeah.
I think it is. It's not mine.
Not mine either.
So, are you still thinking you want to go to Ray and see what he has to say about what his picks are? Or?
Sure, or I'll just go with like my action. No, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
like I can't really. It's like two. Like I can't choose just one.
Yeah, then go ahead and tell us both. I told him
I'm
I
gonna be like
movies.
a genre or a trilogy.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
like because in the bromance thing, like growing up, it was always Bill and Ted's, both
Yeah.
Bogus Journey and Excellent Adventure. Just like
that's a
they were
good
just-
choice.
they were just
I was
my
actually
favorite.
talking about Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey.
I
yesterday.
actually like Bogus Journey better. 'Cause
Yes.
it was the one that I watched first, and I was like, "What is this?"
Well, I
And
had seen both, but I
Like-
like Bogus Journey as well. I was talking
I think
about
Bogus
this.
Journey is funnier.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a better movie.
Like, yeah, I was talking. I went out to eat with a couple friends yesterday, and I was telling them about how
Best.
I like Bogus Journey is better, mainly because like the cameos. I like William Sadler playing Death.
Yeah, that's
Like that was
whole-
so cool, and it's just like CJ Scott all the time. He always whenever we talk about the movie, he always likes to do the whole little like
The rap?
The rap, yeah.
What
So I
is
mean,
it?
it's like really cool. It's like you could be Senator
You could
Street
be,
Sweeper sooner or later. You dance with the Reaper.
You could be a king or a lowly street sweeper.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll dance with the Reaper.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's like I thought it was cool because also like the bad guy's a bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2, and you know,
Anomalous.
yeah.
In the comics, they did comics Bill and Ted Go to Hell, and Denomalos marries Missy.
I actually, really,
Yeah, and
I
then
didn't
when they
know
go to
that.
hell, what's his name?
when I went to Arizona, I actually got a copy of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and a comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they just like last year they did.
Someone just has a
Bill.
crush on Keanu Reeves.
Bill and Ted Goes to Hell. Well, actually, Keanu Reeves has been my other choice too.
Mm.
Actually, I kind of. I don't have a poster on my wall. That would be weird. Because my other choice is The Matrix, cliche as it is. But and in the comic, Napoleon takes over hell and
Oh,
uses
lovely.
like the grandmother and the Easter Bunny to like take over the earth. It's great.
Oh my god, the grandmother used to creep me out. Wait, didn't Alex Winter play her too? Like, I'm pretty sure he did. Hold on, I gotta look that up.
Oh, I miss Universal.
Yeah, I miss
She's
Universal
now taken
too.
up, yeah.
Hold on, let me see, cause like I remember she's like,
And
It's-
then the Easter Bunny, like
oh yeah, that creeped me out too.
you made
Yeah,
silk.
great.
Silk comes from the blood of Japanese worms.
Yeah, Granny S. Preston Esquire. Yep. But yeah, I definitely like Like there
They're
was
both good movies.
yes, but they talk about it actually. Like all the cameos were like they had Jim Martin from Faith No More. They
Yeah.
had Primus in there, and
Yeah.
they had like. It's just like such a cool movie. Like, yeah, I know that the first one had like Jane Whelan from Go Go's and stuff like that, and I always thought she was kind of cute. But I mean, it was just like there's something about Bogus Journey.
That's the one that I like better. And some people are like, oh, well, you're wrong. It's like I think it's the stronger of the two.
Yeah. Have you thought about it, Matt?
I did think about it a little bit more, and I think the movies, like I said, I don't think it's just one movie.
This is like more of a.
It's the movies of like with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And,
Oh, the Cornetto's trilogy, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
That's
Popcorn.
cool. Did you see World's End yet?
yeah, I did.
It was
So
alright. I liked it.
I liked it.
I like Hot Fuzz the best of the three.
Yeah, I
I
like Hot Fuzz too, and I like Shaun of the
I
Dead.
like Paul.
Shaun of the Dead is good. Like,
Well, yeah,
Paul-
I guess you can consider that to be part of it,
I
even though it's a
consider it,
different
yes.
director.
No, that's why I said
and
that.
stuff,
That's why I
yeah.
said
Just-
them together.
Yeah, just those two.
Those
Yeah.
two is included.
Well,
that's
that's
why I
like
said those included
And
too.
even like he's not in it. What's his name's not in it? Just Simon Pegg is. But Fantastic Fear of Everything.
I didn't even see that yet.
It's well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's he like is a writer, and he develops agoraphobia because of it,
Uh-huh.
and then it just takes him down this like fucked up path one night.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty fucking good.
The thing that I thought that was actually kind of cool was I think that the members of Monty Python were the aliens in World's End. I think that
I
could
think
be.
so.
No.
I don't-
Maybe that was a different movie. Maybe that was the one where Robin Williams voices the dog. I forgot who was in that movie, but I'm trying to remember who the hell it was, because I know that there was voices of the aliens in
I mean, there's a
World's
shitload
End,
of
there were
aliens
different things.
in World's End.
yeah.
Like it's a whole town.
Yeah.
That's
I'm trying to
to
remember.
rewatch.
Yeah, that's also a good choice, though.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You guys got anything else you want to say about those ones?
Not really.
Okay. All right, so moving on, our last thing of tonight, opinions on recently seen movies.
Oh,
Matt, do you want to start on this one?
what
Or?
was the last movie? I was out of the country. I haven't seen anything. The last movie I saw was with you, and that was Split.
That was Split, and
Oh,
we
okay.
both like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
movie was so good.
Split was
I like
good.
that it's returned to his old like
Yeah.
stylish shots and
Mhm.
like slow pacing but not too slow like The Happening where they tell you it in the first
Yeah,
5 minutes.
and you
of it.
you saw John Wick too.
I've seen John Wick 2. I
And
just
that's-
recently watched half of The Greasy Strangler, but like
What the hell is the Greasy Strangler?
It's just-
Sounds
this-
exciting.
it's this weird independent movie, kind of like I don't know. It almost seems like something that would have been made for Adult Swim,
Oh, really?
and like it was funny, but I like had to turn it off for a little bit
Yeah.
because it was just too weird.
It reminds me of a music video that I saw today that I could have swore would have been something like on Tim and Eric.
Yeah, because basically it is like this guy who's like 40 and his like 80-year-old father run this disco tour in like Detroit or wherever, and like but it's all bullshit. Like they're just like, this is the store that one of the guys from the Bee Gees worked in. Like, oh really? Which one? And they're like, that's the end of the tour. And the father refuses to eat anything that isn't just basically just grease and lard. And at night he slathers himself up in it and he like kills people.
That's
It does
fucking
sound like it'd be on
weird.
Adult Swim.
How did you find out about this movie?
Internet.
Oh, okay.
You didn't finish it. You couldn't finish it.
It was like 2 a.m. and I was starting to like get weirded out, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it
Yeah.
at 2 a.m.
Dude, I don't know if I'd ever be able to fucking watch
It's
that.
fun if you can't finish. My grandmother was watching Fight Club. I heard her listening to it,
Yeah.
and there's a point where I don't know what's happening. I forget which part. And
Was
she,
it a reaction of hers?
And yeah, she was like, and I heard her
Well,
change it, and I was like, okay, usually she can handle things, and I just thought it was
That
the
was like
funniest
the
shit.
first time I watched Julian Donkey Boy. Like there was a point about
So
halfway
weird.
in where I was like, I don't know if I can finish this.
So
But the
weird.
payoff at the end of that movie was worth it.
The movie's so weird.
What, Julian? I just have a hard on.
Harmony Korine is so weird.
I have a hard on for him. Like
He's
his
so
book,
weird.
his movies, just I haven't watched Trash Humpers yet though.
It's so weird.
Like,
I remember when I first saw the trailer for it, I got creeped
Which one,
out.
Trash Humpers?
Trash Humpers.
Yeah, dude, like with the terrible prosthetics and like they're just like huffing garbage cans.
Well, it wasn't even that one. There was a different trailer when they were like, I think they were like spraying like each other with like a hose or something.
Well, that's like the beginning of
and
it.
they were
like,
doing like the little dance thing, and you hear like the little baby like.
laughing and
Yeah, it was so creepy.
because she's got a baby doll in that
Yeah.
one.
There are some people who are really creative out there.
Well, yeah, that's
have you
what
ever,
happens
like-
when you take drugs when you're Harmony Korine. I mean, it's
No,
just
I mean
like
he started that like even before then. Like
kids
that's
didn't look like that. I know that
Kids, he
Gummo.
didn't
I
direct.
know. Well, I
He
know he
wrote
wrote it, but I know that like Gummo and freaking Julian Donkey
He gets
Boy looked
crazier
like
with
that.
each one, and he did at one point start doing drugs, but not initially.
Yeah.
That dude just seems to me like the poster child of why you shouldn't
It's weird because
drug your
it's,
kids for ADD.
yeah. Well, also
Like,
another
have you ever
weird.
seen any of him when he's on David Letterman?
Yeah,
And he's just like,
yeah. He's moving around. He's very fidgety.
and they asked him why he wrote Kids, and he said because I wanted to make a sequel to Caddyshack.
Yeah, which is so weird. What the hell is it? It's so weird because when you watch like Spring Breakers on you and think of like
I
what
hated
else
it, like,
makes?
I watched part of it and I didn't like it, and
I
then
like-
I went back and I watched Kids and like
Mhm.
Julian and like all
Mhm.
that, and then I went back to Spring Breakers and I appreciated it more.
Spring
'cause-
Breakers ain't as weird as like his other movies,
but it was
it's
still
cool.
weird. It was
It's
still
got that weird different style to it.
it has the style just watered down,
Yeah,
and I needed to go all the way in and see his real crazy shit before I could appreciate that.
like Gummo and Julian.
Like,
Donkey Boy
I've
and
actually
stuff
never
like
seen Gummo. That's the only because I just haven't come across a copy of it yet. I just need to shut up and buy it.
that. It's very weird, very
Well,
like.
nothing can be weirder than Julian.
Well,
Like, did you see the video he made with Diane Ward? The mini video?
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you should look it up. Like, Harmony Korine directed like a short film.
I'm surprised they don't do more movies.
Yeah.
Diane Ward. I mean, I liked Chappie.
Chappie was sick.
I like Chappie. I'm just surprised that they didn't do like more stuff because like it's definitely like they seem like they can make definitely weird movies. And I mean, even though as weird as Yolandi looks, I kind of find her attractive.
Yolandi's sick.
Is she and like she's like cool and stuff, but
Well, one reason they don't work more is because Ninja's a nightmare.
yeah,
The guy. Because he's not going to ever work with Neil Blomkamp again because he got kicked off set.
yeah, I heard, I've read about that. But yeah, it's definitely like those kind of like weird movies, just like really creep me out.
Art movies are my favorite.
It's just so weird though. Like I don't
Which is why I like Swiss Army Man so much because it was
think that would be considered as artsy as
not the Greasy Strangle artsy, but it still is though. Like the way they
It's
do
not
it, it's
mainstream,
not.
Yeah,
What?
that's true. It's not really as mainstream. Yeah.
Yeah,
What else have you seen lately other than Split? I mean, we saw Rogue One together. I mean, which was good.
so good.
I liked. I watched
The
them all.
miniatures in that were so good.
Yeah, and I liked how they used the CGI for the certain actors.
I can't say I liked.
Yeah, no, some
Grandma
people
Pumpkin
didn't.
took me right over into
I-
the Uncanny Valley.
I liked it, but like I also saw Moana this week.
So good.
I liked Moana.
Like that movie so much.
The music, the song with the
With the
the-
guy
the
from
cra-
Flight of the
yeah.
Conchords.
with Jimmy Clement that was
Out
like,
of nowhere.
and dude at the end of the movie, like the end of the movie, like when he's talking about it was like so good. But Moana was enjoyable. I liked it.
It was better than. It's probably my favorite Disney movie that's come out in a minute.
Yeah, really. Cats,
Everyone
calm
talk-
down.
Everyone talked about what's the name?
About what?
The last one, and I just didn't see it.
I don't even know what they came out with before this. Like directly. I mean, Zootopia.
No,
came
before
out during
Zootopia though.
Oh, okay.
Let it
I
go.
like Zootopia.
Let it go.
Oh, Frozen?
Oh.
Yeah, that came out years ago.
And everyone loved it, and it was just the worst.
I still have not seen
I
it.
finally saw it last year.
Really?
Yeah,
What did
it
you
was
think?
so bad.
It wasn't anything.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what is this?
It was so bad. The music was bad. The story was bad.
Yes.
So let's see what we got for time. Actually, we've gone a little over an hour, so that's actually what I wanted to do. So we'll be putting this up. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to do more, talk about more things. I was thinking maybe next time we could talk about different directors that we like, different films others that we like, different films others that we do not like.
Already started.
I had a thought.
little bit.
I actually had a thought of talking on my personal side. I was thinking about talking about Toby Hooper for a director, but we can announce that stuff at a later
Might have
time.
to watch Gummo now.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
should watch
fucking
Gummo
weird,
for
dude.
that conversation.
It's so weird, man.
Because he's definitely top tier for me.
Yeah,
for
like
director.
it's definitely weird. The little kid is just
The bunny
looks
ears and
so
all that.
not even
Oh,
the
no,
bunny
the
ear
other
kid.
yeah.
The other
one that's
kid just
eating
looks
the-
so fucking weird.
The one that's eating in the tub and everything.
Yeah, with the freaking bacon on the wall or some shit. Yeah, it's so weird. But for any of you guys that were listening to this when we put this up, thank you for listening. Hopefully, we get more people to be into it and listen to it more. And we hope to keep doing more of these. And we hope to maybe get more people to possibly join us. We just wanted to get us three into this time just to see how it worked and to see what the reaction was at, and we can do it at a later time later on. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen to Real Reels. I'm Lance Madewell, and on behalf of Ray Brown and Matt Winkler, we hope to have you guys listening again. Any of you guys got anything to say?
Oh, thanks for joining if you did.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And have a good night, guys. And we'll hope to do this again.